So we're dealing with solving by factoring. So let me show you what I mean by solving by factoring. We want to be able to take this, you see this whole thing here, x squared plus 9x plus 20, and we want to find out how we can end up with this. And I want to show you a pretty easy way we can go from here to here. So this is x squared plus 9x plus 20. Let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take x squared plus 9x plus 20, and I'm tapping into decimals. X squared plus 9x plus 20. And this is what the results are, right? So let me see if I can increase these results. This tells me that I have one root at negative 5, 0. Oh, that's negative 4, 0. And this one is at negative 5, 0. Negative 4, 0, and negative 5, 0. So what I'm going to do is say my roots or my y-intercepts are negative 4, 0, and negative 5, 0. From this, I'm going to do something a little interesting, right? It's going to be a little interesting. I'm going to now do parentheses right next to each other. You know, the first time I did it, there's a and sign in the middle. This time there's not an and sign. And since this is x squared, right? X squared, to get x squared, I have to multiply x times x. That gives me x squared, right? X times x. So I know that it's going to be an x here, and there's going to be an x here. Now, this number here is negative 4, so I'm going to translate it here, but I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do its inverse. So that was a negative number. I want to make it a positive number. This is a negative 5. What I'm going to do is give you positive 5. So these are the roots. These are the factors. Factors. These are the factors. And let me show you what I mean by factors. If I were to multiply x times x, I'll end up with x squared, right? And then if I do x times 5, I'll have positive 5x. And then if I did 4 times x, that's going to give me 4x. And then positive 4 times 5 will give me positive 20. Now, if I can combine some of these, right? I can combine positive 5x and positive 4x. And what's that going to give me? My final answer is going to be x squared plus 9x plus 20. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? This is the very, very interesting thing. This is the same as this. Do you see that? They are the same thing. X squared plus 9x plus 20, x squared plus 9x plus 20. So I went through 3 steps. I went through the 3 things that I did was I plugged in the equation into decimals, like here, to find the roots or the zeros. Zeros, roots, solutions, they're the same thing, okay? I wrote down the roots, and then I changed the roots information to factors by changing the positive or negative value of the x values, okay? So let's see how that looks. Let's do number 1 and number 2. So this says x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. I need to solve by factoring. So what I'm going to do is pull up my handy dandy decimals, right? Maybe I can make it a little smaller. Let's see if I can make it a little smaller just to type in the information. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now, you can leave it at that, but you can also put the 0 in there if you want to. If I don't put in the 0, you see how it presents different, but it's the same roots, right? Right there and right there. If I take off the 0, same roots. Okay, so my roots for this are going to be, my roots are -1, comma 0, and 3, comma 0. So now I'm going to change everything and I'm going to make it the factors. So these are the factors, right? These are the factors. And I'm going to put down my parentheses. I put them next to each other because they're going to multiply this time. So this is x squared. So the only way I can get x squared is by multiplying x times x. So I know that I'm going to begin with an x here. So x here and x here. This is -1. So it turns into +1. This is 3, so it turns into -3. All I did was switch around the signs. And my answer is here. X plus 1 multiplied by x minus 3. That's the answer to the first one. So let's, okay, so as we do number 2, you can see that we've started out by taking this and plugging it into decimals here, right? And we have 2 roots that have popped up. There's a root here, and the other root is here. And once again, the root is the nickname we use for anything that, whenever the points cross the x-axis. So those are the roots, all right? And let's see what our roots are, all right? We have a root here, that's 2, 0, and we have the root here, and let's see what this is, 6, 0. Okay, so we have our 2 roots. So what we're going to do now is carry on. We're going to write down 2, 0, all right, and 6, 0. And now we're going to translate that information. We're going to change it a little bit so it turns into the factors. These are the zeros, so here are the roots. X, because we have x squared, so the only way that we can get x squared would be x times x. So x. Okay, so this is a +2, so we're going to change this to a -2. This is a +6, we're going to change that to a -6. So answer is x minus 2, x minus 6. X minus 2, x minus 6. That's how we solve that problem. Okay? So just type in the answers on this particular link, the link for the Canvas card, where it has the text box. Type in the answers for 1, 2, and on the other side of the paper are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the 9 questions. And go ahead and tap them in and do well. All right. That's it. Take care.